It was supposed to be one of the biggest weekends in music festival history. Thousands of fans packed in, tents were up, stages were ready, and the energy was electric. But then, something happened that no one saw coming. Something that shook the festival to its core. Something so explosive that social media hasn't stopped talking about it. Fans are shocked. Emotions ran high. And at the center of it all? Kanye West. Or should we say, Ye. Unconfirmed reports suggest that Ye was denied entry to the festival. Yes, you heard that right. Denied. Not delayed, not postponed, denied. The man who's headlined arenas, sold out stadiums, and influenced generations of hip-hop culture was allegedly turned away at the gates, and immediately chaos erupted. People are divided. Some say it was a security issue. Others are convinced it's a backstage feud that went public. Social media is going crazy with clips, reactions, and wild speculation. Fans believe the festival's vibe completely changed the moment this news broke. Artists reportedly left early, some performances were cut short, and rumors suggest sponsors were freaking out behind the scenes. Some people think this is more than just a festival mishap. It might be a glimpse into bigger tensions brewing in the music industry. Others are convinced it's all overblown drama. Nothing is confirmed, but the stories, the reactions, and the tension are very real. By the end of this video, you'll hear everything, from the first whispers of trouble to the shocking fallout that left fans stunned. And we'll break down the fan theories, social media chaos, and behind-the-scenes speculation. And this isn't just about a denied entry. It's about how one moment spiraled into a full-blown festival crisis. And trust me, you won't want to miss a second of this. The day was supposed to be unforgettable. Thousands of fans had traveled from across the country, buzzing with excitement, waiting for one of the biggest moments in festival history. The lineup was stacked, the stages were alive, and the energy in the air was electric. But nobody expected that a single decision could flip the entire experience upside down. Reports are coming in that Kanye West was denied entry to the festival, and from the moment fans realized what was happening, chaos erupted. Social media is going crazy, with clips of disappointed fans, long lines, and confused security personnel circulating everywhere. Emotions ran high as the realization hit. The festival that promised legendary performances had already faced its first and possibly largest blow. People are divided, some blaming security, some blaming management, and others just shaking their heads in disbelief, wondering how something so improbable could even happen. From the early morning, rumors began to swirl. Some people think Kanye's arrival was delayed, that there were technicalities, maybe even contractual disputes that couldn't be resolved on the fly. Others claim that something more personal happened, a disagreement behind the scenes that kept him from entering. Unconfirmed reports suggest security refused him access after he arrived on site, but no official statements have clarified the situation. Fans, of course, were not willing to wait. The moment word leaked that Kanye might not perform, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok exploded with speculation. Memes flooded timelines, from exaggerated jokes about Kanye camping outside the gate to serious debates about whether the festival organizers had mishandled the situation. Emotions ran high, and you could feel the tension even through screens. People had been hyping this moment for months, and suddenly, it was all hanging by a thread. By mid-afternoon, the atmosphere around the festival grounds had changed completely. Where excitement once buzzed, anxiety and frustration now dominated. Fans are shocked as they talk to each other, some holding tickets, some waving flags, all trying to figure out if their favorite artist would even appear. Some festival goers started chanting outside the gates, demanding answers, while others quietly recorded videos, documenting what they feared would be an unprecedented disaster. Conversations swirled around theories. Maybe it was a personal issue, maybe it was a clash with other headliners, or maybe it was something entirely unexpected. Social media added fuel to the fire, with each post, story, and clip sparking thousands of comments. People were desperate for updates, for confirmations, for any piece of reliable information. And yet, nothing is confirmed. Every rumor breeds another rumor. Every video fuels a new theory. And the festival, once vibrant and full of anticipation, now seemed like it was teetering on the edge of collapse. Fans who managed to get inside the festival noticed something strange almost immediately. Stages that were supposed to feature Kanye were suddenly silent, with crews scrambling behind the curtains and staff whispering nervously into radios. Some people think the festival attempted to keep everything normal for the audience, trying to mask the drama, but it was impossible. Everyone could feel the tension. Whispered conversations in the crowd speculated about what might have happened. Some claimed that Kanye was held up in traffic. Others said he refused to submit to certain rules, and a few even suggested that security didn't recognize him. Each story seemed more unbelievable than the last, yet in the absence of facts, fans clung to them, hoping to make sense of what was unfolding. Emotions ran high as reality collided with expectation. A day that was supposed to be filled with music and celebration had suddenly become a story of tension, frustration, and disbelief. By late afternoon, the first social media reactions from influencers and festival insiders started to emerge. Videos showed fans pacing in frustration, arguing with staff and chanting Kanye's name. Some people think the delay, or denial, was intentional, a setup for drama, a way to make the festival legendary in an entirely different sense. Unconfirmed reports suggest festival organizers were scrambling to coordinate backup plans, trying to keep the crowd entertained while rumors ran wild. The more information, or misinformation, that circulated online, the more intense the emotional rollercoaster became. People were angry, confused, disappointed, and desperate for answers, all at the same time. The energy that had once made the festival feel like a celebration of music had shifted into a collective tension. A shared anxiety that seemed to wrap around every stage and every crowd of fans. And through it all, Kanye's absence became the central mystery, the spark that ignited a wildfire of questions, theories, and emotions that would only grow as the day went on. As the festival went on, the rumors only grew louder, twisting into theories that felt almost unbelievable. Social media is going crazy, with fans dissecting every clip, every tweet, and every minor movement in the crowd. Some people think Kanye's team pulled out at the last minute, refusing to perform due to logistical issues, while others believe it was an internal dispute with festival management that went off the rails. Unconfirmed reports suggest that backstage security and production staff were in a full-on standoff, trying to figure out whether he could be allowed entry at all. The atmosphere among fans escalated from disappointment to anger. Emotions ran high as chants of his name echoed through the festival grounds, fans waving signs demanding explanations, while others turned to their phones, streaming every second of the unfolding drama for millions of online viewers. Every whisper, every glance, every delay became a potential clue, feeding speculation that the story behind Kanye's absence was bigger than anyone could imagine. By mid-afternoon, the tension became palpable. Social media influencers and hip-hop commentators weighed in, adding fuel to the fire. Fans are shocked by the sudden flood of insider rumors. Some say Kanye had arrived in a convoy that was blocked at the entrance. Others are saying he refused to go through a certain checkpoint, allegedly due to privacy concerns or security protocols. One viral clip, which is still unverified, shows a group of people in black suits, possibly security, talking heatedly near the gate as a black SUV waited behind barricades. Fans dissected every frame, theorizing about what was happening. People are divided, with some accusing festival organizers of mishandling the situation and others blaming Kanye's team for being too demanding. Emotions ran high as viewers online argued over who was really at fault, while fans on the ground continued to chant and protest, desperate for the superstar to appear. The energy was chaotic. almost electric, as everyone felt they were witnessing a story that would be remembered for years. Meanwhile, speculation began spilling into every corner of the internet. Some people think the absence might have been tied to other artists on the lineup, or claiming that scheduling conflicts or rivalries may have played a role. Unconfirmed reports suggest festival organizers were secretly negotiating in back rooms, trying to salvage the show, while crew members were frantically coordinating backup performances to distract the audience. Fans watching live streams could see the stress on stage crews and production staff, who were moving like clockwork, but clearly under immense pressure. Emotions ran high as fans tweeted their frustration, sharing videos of empty stages and staff rushing around. The tension was not just a fan phenomenon. It seemed to ripple through everyone involved, from performers to organizers to the security team trying to manage both the crowd and the uncertainty of what was really happening behind the scenes. By early evening, the story had reached a new level of intensity. Fans are shocked as influencers began posting speculative commentary, some suggesting that Kanye's absence was not just about logistics, but might involve legal disputes, contractual disagreements, or even personal issues. Nothing is confirmed, but the mere suggestion of deeper conflict sent the online world into a frenzy. Hashtags started trending, debates erupted across platforms, and memes took over timelines, exaggerating the chaos in ways that only amplified the drama. People on site continued to grow restless, their emotions running high as the delay stretched longer and longer. The uncertainty created a collective tension. Every fan wondered if the headliner would appear at all, and even those who came for other artists felt the weight of a festival teetering on the edge of collapse. Or every moment without clarity fed the swirling mix of rumor, speculation, and raw emotion, making it impossible for anyone to simply enjoy the music. And then came the first major twist. Unconfirmed reports suggest that Kanye was spotted near the festival perimeter, his entourage in tow, but was turned away at the gate. Some people think it was a miscommunication between his team and security, while others argue that it was a deliberate decision by organizers to prevent potential disruption. Clips and images began circulating online, blurry and chaotic, showing fans pointing, cameras flashing, and heated exchanges that left everyone questioning what was real and what was fabricated. Social media is going crazy, fans debating whether these were staged moments, real confrontations, or something in between. Emotions ran high as the tension became a shared experience. No one could ignore it, and everyone felt part of the unfolding drama. The festival, which started as a celebration of music, was now transformed into a live mystery, with Kanye's absence at the center of a storm that seemed bigger than any one person, bigger than the event itself, and impossible to ignore. As the sun began to dip behind the festival tents, the tension on the grounds reached a fever pitch. Fans are shocked as the absence of Kanye West became the undeniable elephant in the room. The crowd, once buzzing with anticipation, had transformed into a sea of restless energy, murmuring and chanting in waves. Some people think that his team had tried everything to get him inside, negotiating with security and festival organizers, but nothing worked. Others are saying that the situation had spiraled into a full-blown standoff, with reports suggesting heated arguments behind closed doors, though nothing is confirmed. Social media is going crazy, with fans live-streaming every moment, commenting on every movement, and speculating about every rumor. Emotions ran high from outrage to disbelief, and the collective energy of thousands of people created a tension that felt almost tangible. This was no longer just about a performance. It was about a spectacle, a real-time drama unfolding in front of everyone's eyes. Backstage, sources say that production crews were scrambling to keep the festival on track, moving artists around, adjusting set times, and even improvising new moments to distract the crowd. Fans are shocked as clips emerge of performers trying to hype audiences, while whispers of Kanye's denied entry continued to spread. Some people think that festival organizers considered cancelling his set entirely, but others believe they were desperately hoping for a last-minute resolution. The speculation fueled the chaos, with fans yelling, pointing, and demanding answers, while staff members moved through the crowd, clearly tense and hurried. Emotions ran high as anticipation mixed with frustration. Every second that passed without clarity made the situation feel more dramatic, more emotional, and more chaotic. It was clear that the festival's energy had shifted from excitement to uncertainty, and that uncertainty was contagious. Meanwhile, online discussions hit a fever pitch. So fans are shocked as influencers and celebrities wade in with commentary, adding fuel to the swirling storm of theories. Some say Kanye had arrived too late due to traffic or private security protocols. Others believe there was an internal conflict with festival management, possibly over stage setup or contractual issues. Unconfirmed reports suggest that even other artists on the lineup were affected, with some altering their sets or holding off on performances while the standoff continued. Social media became a mirror of the festival's tension, with hashtags trending worldwide and clips of crowds, security, and empty stages going viral. Emotions ran high not just in the crowd but across the internet, as millions of people watched, speculated, and argued about what was really happening. Every rumor was dissected, every clip analyzed, and nothing could quiet the storm. As evening fell, the drama reached another level. Some people think that Kanye may have tried to force his way through security, while others believe he remained calm but firm in refusing certain protocols. Unverified videos show groups of people in black suits pacing anxiously near barricades, talking in low but urgent tones, while a black SUV waits idling nearby. Fans are shocked as speculation grows that the confrontation may have involved multiple parties, from his personal team to festival organizers and security. Emotions ran high as witnesses reported heated discussions, whispered arguments, and subtle gestures that seemed to hint at tension beyond the obvious. Nothing is confirmed, but the energy is undeniable. The festival, which began as a celebration, had become the stage for a real-life drama, a story unfolding in fragments that everyone wanted to interpret, debate, and share. By nightfall, the uncertainty and tension reached a peak. Social media is going crazy, fans creating threads of theories, some claiming insider knowledge, others just piecing together what little they could see. Some people think that Kanye may have walked away voluntarily, frustrated by the unfolding chaos, while others believe he was still waiting just outside, hoping for permission to enter. Unconfirmed reports suggest that organizers were making final calls, trying to salvage the night while keeping the audience engaged, but the truth remained shrouded in mystery. Emotions ran high with frustration, excitement, and curiosity mixing in every corner of the festival grounds. For the fans, it was a roller coaster, one moment full of hope, the next filled with tension and doubt. The drama had grown beyond any one tweet, one video, or one rumor. It had become a living, breathing spectacle with Kanye at the center, denied or delayed, yet more present than ever in everyone's imagination. The night promised answers, but for now all that existed was suspense, speculation, and a festival hanging on the edge of chaos. As night fell completely over the festival, the atmosphere had transformed into something almost surreal. Fans are shocked as the crowd, still buzzing from earlier rumors, seemed caught between hope and frustration. Social media is going crazy, with live streams, fan theories, and snippets of unverified videos painting a chaotic picture that no one could fully piece together. Where some people think Kanye may have been close to entering the festival but was blocked at the last moment, others are saying it was a mix of miscommunication and security protocol that kept him outside. Nothing is confirmed, yet every angle, every new clip, only added to the growing suspense. Emotions ran high as fans waved their phones, recording what might be the most unusual festival moment of the decade, chanting his name while the night sky glowed with stage lights and distant fireworks. Behind the scenes, insiders suggest the tension had reached a breaking point. Some people think that Kanye's team and festival organizers held an emergency meeting, trying to negotiate a resolution that could satisfy both the crowd and the superstar. Unconfirmed reports suggest heated discussions about contracts, timing, and safety protocols, though nothing official has been released. Meanwhile, security staff moved with urgent precision, trying to maintain order while whispers of what could happen next spread through the audience like wildfire. Emotions ran high, and even performers waiting to take the stage seemed aware of the growing intensity. Conversations, gestures, and hurried exchanges behind the curtains fueled the rumor mill, giving fans both inside and outside the festival endless material for speculation. Every angle of the story seemed bigger than the last, each twist more dramatic, making it impossible for anyone to simply enjoy the night as originally planned. Then came the moment that set social media ablaze. Some people think Kanye was spotted speaking briefly to organizers near the VIP entrance, though the details remain unclear. Unverified videos show flashes of his iconic silhouette, surrounded by bodyguards and a tense group of staff, sparking waves of cheers and gasps from the crowd. Fans are shocked, emotions running high as excitement and anxiety collided. Theories multiplied. Some believe he almost performed but walked away due to unresolved disagreements. Others claim he was negotiating to enter at a later set time, and a few suggested that the entire sequence was somehow orchestrated for dramatic effect. Nothing is confirmed, yet every fan, watching or attending, felt the intensity in real time. The night had turned into a high-stakes drama where the outcome remained unknown. Every heartbeat synced with the tension of the story unfolding live. As the evening progressed, festival organizers made subtle adjustments, trying to salvage the energy of the night while the mystery of Kanye's presence, or absence, loomed over everything. Some people think backup performances were strategically scheduled to distract the crowd, while others argue that the tension was so palpable it could not be masked. Social media is going crazy as fans dissect every change in the lineup, speculating about whether these were reactions to Kanye being nearby or part of a larger plan to keep the festival alive. Emotions ran high as groups of fans argued, theorized, and streamed the drama, while others simply watched, holding their breath for any sign that he might finally appear. The festival had become more than just a series of performances. It was now a story in motion, a real-time narrative of anticipation, tension, and speculation that felt almost cinematic in scope. By the late night, the scene had reached its peak. Unconfirmed reports suggest that Kanye had left the immediate area after several tense minutes of negotiation, though what was said, what was decided, or what could happen next remains unknown. Some people think that his absence was ultimately unavoidable, a combination of timing, security protocols, and personal decisions. Others speculate that he might still appear for a surprise set or a future event. Social media is going crazy, fans debating, theorizing, and replaying every clip from earlier, trying to interpret gestures, expressions, and movements. Emotions ran high, the crowd still chanting, the air thick with both frustration and awe. The night had delivered moments of intensity, suspense, and sheer unpredictability, leaving the audience with more questions than answers. For fans, the story of the festival and Kanye's denied entry became a shared experience, a real-time drama that would be remembered long after the lights went down. The peak had been reached, but the resolution remained just out of reach, leaving everyone wondering what really happened behind the gates. And now, the festival night that promised legendary performances has left fans with more questions than answers. Kanye West being denied entry has sparked a storm of speculation, rumors, and heated debates that continue to dominate social media. Some people think it was a last-minute conflict, others believe security or management made the call, and unconfirmed reports suggest tensions behind the scenes were at an all-time high. Whatever the truth, emotions ran high for everyone at the festival. fans who travelled for months, performers on stage, and the production crews working tirelessly to keep the show alive. The chaos, the anticipation, and the unanswered questions have made this festival unforgettable, but not in the way anyone expected. Social media is still buzzing, fans are shocked, and people around the world are trying to piece together what really happened. As we look back on the night, one thing is clear: the story isn't over. The videos, the rumors, the chants, and the theories have all combined to create a moment in music history that will be discussed for months to come. People are divided, emotions are still raw, and the mystery of Kanye's denied entry remains unsolved. Was it a simple miscommunication? A contractual clash? Or something more dramatic behind the scenes? Nothing is confirmed, and that uncertainty is what keeps everyone talking, sharing, and replaying every clip. So now we want to hear from you. What do you think really happened that night? Did Kanye get turned away for a reason we haven't seen yet? Or was it part of something bigger? Drop your theories in the comments below, smash that like button if you felt the tension with us, and make sure to subscribe for the latest updates, breaking rumors, and behind-the-scenes stories in hip-hop. This is one festival moment that none of us will forget, and the story isn't finished. So stay tuned, because the next twist could be right around the corner.